So that's a little peek inside the pages of the book. And writing this book was an interesting process because as an executive assistant, your job is to very much be behind the scenes. I was an ordinary girl who had the opportunity of a lifetime to intersect the life of an extraordinary man. And at the time, I of course knew that I worked for a great man, but now history looks back and he truly was a giant among greats. And in the pages of this book, I hope you will see him and meet him through my eyes, through my lens, just like that. And when I started writing the book, I had this tendency almost to write myself out of my own book, to talk about him exclusively. And when I was submitting writing samples early on to my senior editor, they noticed this trend, and he said to me something that really stuck with me through the rest of my writing. He said, not everybody can relate to being president of the United States, but everybody can relate to a part of your story. So tell your story alongside his. And I think what a great reminder for all of us, because don't we maybe sometimes try to write ourselves out of our own story? And I hope in the pages of this book you will find things you can relate to, parts of my story. You'll relate to being young and green and stepping into a space for the first time that maybe seems too big or foreign, or a place that you don't know if you'll ever fit in or belong. And then hopefully in the pages of the book, you'll figure out that you too can become a valued contributor to these places that somehow seem way too big. You can find your footing. You can realize that you are a valued contributor and that you have something to add. Also in the pages of the book, you'll realize that life doesn't always give us the fairy tale ending that we want. And how can you tackle life when it throws you a curveball? How do you move forward with faith and with optimism and a vision for the future that's positive? All of that is what Ronald Reagan taught me. And I hope through the lens of my eye, of my 10 years with him, you'll see him as I saw him. You'll be with me when I get to witness private interactions with the president, with world leaders and everyday patriotic Americans. You'll go up to his house and visit with him and Mrs. Reagan in their home, outside of the public eye. You'll get to see him in so many settings, and I hope that you will truly enjoy my experiences in the front row.